Hi, everyone. Welcome to the It's All for Love podcast. I'm Cheryl Mazza, the healing dancer, your host. This podcast is all about Michael Jackson and how he continues to spread love in our world and inspires us to live our best lives. Thank you so much for watching and or listening to this episode. But before we get to the episode, I have a few things that I want to tell you. If you are watching this podcast on YouTube, please make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and also like the video of the episode that you are watching. And I would also love it if you would leave us some comments about how much you loved the episode. If you are listening on any other podcast platform, if you are able to, please subscribe on that platform. And also, what would really help me is if you would leave a review on whatever podcast platform you are listening on. The reviews help the podcast to be more seen and to spread the word to other Michael Jackson fans about the podcast. And as always, I am looking for guests to be on the podcast. So if you would like to be a guest on this podcast and tell your Michael Jackson story, I would absolutely love to chat with you. Make sure to check out the show notes and find the link to click on to schedule a coffee chat with me, or you can email me. The email address is also in the show notes. Thank you again for listening and or watching It's All for Love. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the It's All for Love podcast. I'm Cheryl Mazza, the healing dancer, your host. Today, we have the awesome Svea Johnson with us from Tacoma, Washington State. Svea is a college student and an inspiring artist and writer. So welcome, Svea.
Hello.
I'm so excited to have you on finally.
Me too.
Svea and we met in California when we did our Michael Jackson vacation. That's what I call it.
Yeah, me too.
And it was an amazing time. I'm holding this rock. This is from Neverland.
Aren't those the serpentine rocks?
It is serpentine, yes.
I think I might still I think I might have one of those rocks in a bag somewhere either in my bedroom at my parents' house or in my college dorm. I don't know.
You'll find it. It'll find you when it's ready.
Well, yeah, crystals always find you.
Yes. So, tell me your story. When did you first discover Michael Jackson? When did he come to you?
I was 13 years old. There were a lot of challenges in my life at the time. My parents had divorced the previous year, and I distracted myself with things that weren't that great for me and used them to cope with the sadness and pain that was inside of me. I first discovered Michael, didn't have a spiritual connection to him at the time, but I met a girl who had a picture of MJ on her Instagram account. I didn't know anything about him at the time, so I made a kind of a careless joke, and she called me out for it. But I was 12 and didn't really know better, so yeah. But then one day a thought came to me: what if that girl online knows something that I don't? So I decided to explore MJ for myself, and the rest is history. I cannot possibly describe how I felt when I first discovered him, and I still can't today. A complete feeling of love just washed over me, and I felt like I finally knew and experienced God for the first time.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that. That is like an amazing description of how Michael just strikes you in the heart.
It very much is.
Yes.
It's when I discovered spirituality for the first time too, outside of like an organized context.
Yes. And Michael is very spiritual, as we all know as fans.
I like that in a man.
Me too. Yes.
It's sexy.
It is, and it shows that vulnerable side as well. So tell me, how does Michael inspire you, or how has he inspired you throughout your life?
Man, Michael has inspired me in many different ways. One of those ways that he's inspired me is that he's like always been there for me. Whenever I feel miserable and sad, I always just listen to his music or just meditate on his energy. He helps me to like do hard things. Yes, he's helped me to have difficult conversations. He's helped me to unconditionally love others. helped me to quit making excuses and actually go for what I want.
I love that. What about your art?
Oh yes, and that my art too. He is my muse for all the art that I create. My I had a bit of a musical theater phase growing up and a choir phase, but over time, like especially during the pandemic, I kind of realized I'm more of a visual artist. So I do like to write poetry and paint, pretty much.
Hmm. Nice. Awesome. Well, you have some amazing drawings, paintings, whatever you have sent me. I love all of them. The ones of my,
Thank you. And I sent one of them to another one of our MJ friends as well for Christmas.
yes. Oh, that's so nice.
Hmm.
Sure she loved it.
She did.
Do you have ever have any Michael Jackson synchronicities where he just shows up
Okay.
magically?
Oh, I've had a lot of them, but I'm gonna just tell you one of them.
Okay.
A couple summers ago, I was like visiting California, and we were at Neverland Ranch, and we were looking up at the stars one night when we were there because that area, I think it's called the Santa Ynez Valley, has like very little light pollution, which makes for like fantastic stargazing. One of the people I was with stated that I can't remember who it was, but that person said that Michael would have been staring at these same stars like many decades ago. Something about that just like moved me to tears. And I just busted out sobbing in front of everybody. I was just struggling at the time with my spirituality, and I was sobbing and just wondering if he was actually really there for me. And one of the people said that he is there, and guess what happened? A shooting star like went across the sky. I couldn't see it because there were tears in my eyes, but someone pointed it out to me, and that's what I really felt. I really felt Michael's love.
Wow.
I'll always remember that.
Me too. I remember that. That was an amazing experience. And it reminds me of the what is it, the Smooth Criminal video?
Uh, it reminded me of like a poem about stars from Dancing to the Dream. I can't remember
Yeah,
the exact
that
name of
too.
it.
Yeah. But I think there's a shooting star and it's either Moonwalker or like Smooth Criminal. I can't remember.
I haven't seen Moonwalker in ages.
I know, me either.
So
We need to watch it.
I really really want a DVD player for when I get my own apartment someday.
Yes, yes, you can watch
I
good stuff.
Even though I'm a Gen Z woman, I don't like most of modern technology and kind of want a DVD player, and I want like a TV that has a DVD player instead of like Netflix or Hulu.
Yeah. I kind of miss the old way of doing that. I used to have
Me
all of
too.
Michael Jackson DVDs, like everything was on DVD.
I did also have DVDs growing up. We did have Netflix as a child, but sometimes my parents would take me to the video store. There, it was called Backstage DVD in my neighborhood, and it was like a local mom and pop DVD store. We'd pick out movies to watch that night.
Yeah, see, it was fun.
Yeah, and sadly that store has now closed,
I
which is kind of
know.
a colossal loss.
No, it would be awesome if they would just bring stuff like that back.
Yeah.
Blockbuster, that's
We
from,
didn't go to Blockbuster. It was called Backstage
I don't know,
DVD. It was
a
like
Blockbuster is from my age.
look,
You're,
yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing them around.
yeah. Awesome. Any other synchronicities you want to share?
I guess one time I was thinking about the allegations and kind of had some doubts about them.
Hmm.
And when I was taking the bus home from school that day, I saw a car driving past the bus that said the truth is still out there.
Wow. I just got chills. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like my confirmation that I would know.
Awesome. Well, what is your favorite Michael Jackson song if you had to pick one?
I can't pick. I suck at picking favorites, honestly. But if I had to, it would probably be. Do you know what the ET storybook is?
Yes.
Okay, it's "Someone in the Dark." It's
Nice.
just a comforting, beautiful song.
Yes. Yes.
that has helped me through a lot in my life.
Yes. That's an amazing song.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just so relaxing to listen to. I listen to it because I like I've always struggled with anxiety and trying to sleep, and I always struggled with anxiety and trying to fall asleep at night. So I I sometimes turn on Michael's music, like a gentle song like Smile or Someone in the Dark to calm me down.
Yeah. So I just had someone on the podcast that'll probably air before this one. Her name's Emily, and she told me about, I think it'll be in the episode too. I don't know if it will be, but if it's not, then I'm saying it now. But she told me about
Okay.
these videos on YouTube that is like pretty much Michael Jackson instrumentals.
Yeah,
Plays them in the background all the time. So I went on YouTube and found them, and
I
now,
don't know what the exact channel is.
well, there's a bunch of different ones too. People have made a bunch
Mm-hmm.
of different channels have made
Mm-hmm.
them, but they're so much.
Mm-hmm.
They're so nice to just relax to, fall asleep to, study to, whatever. You know,
Mm-hmm.
check it out. Check it out.
I will.
Do you have
It's
a favorite Michael Jackson video?
okay. It would have. Okay, here's a lesser known one. It's a pretty underrated one too. It's Speed Demon.
Okay.
I just I just really love the claymation they use. It's
Yeah.
kind of like the Rankin Bass holiday specials I like to watch every year around Christmas with like Rudolph the reindeer and all
Yes.
that jazz.
Yes.
And I
Okay.
like,
Love it.
yeah, I was kind of expecting Rudolph the reindeer to appear in that video because the animation looks so similar.
I know. I know. I love that video. I love that song too, but it makes me jealous.
Yes. Yeah, I heard Michael is a shit driver.
I heard that too. Like you would get
Yeah,
accidents.
I don't drive either. Saves
It's scary.
more money for me.
Yes, exactly. Right. You don't have to buy a car or pay for gas. Yeah. What do you want the world to know about Michael Jackson?
Okay. Focus more on who he is as a person and less on what other people might say about him, especially if it's like very negative. So, so just look at who he was as a person and focus more on his art
Yeah.
and less on just trivial stuff like his appearance.
Right.
Another thing to think about is to look more into the spiritual aspect of his life. It doesn't matter what you believe in. What what matter what matters is that he has had a spiritual impact on people, and that's worth looking into. And maybe you might discover something about yourself too you haven't yet discovered before.
Right. He might just strike you in the heart.
Yes, yes, yeah. Celebrities are people too, and Michael is a lot of things, but most importantly, he was human.
Yes, he was. And he was love.
Yes, we all should be.
Yes. I love how you said in the beginning when you were saying that he taught you or inspired you to learn how to love unconditionally.
Mhm.
That was one of the things that he taught me as well. That's when someone asks me, like, what is it about Michael Jackson that, like, you're so obsessed with or whatever? I'm just like, he taught me how to love.
Mhm.
How to love people unconditionally and love people for exactly who they are, not for who, you would want them to be or anything like that. So, love
Mhm.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how does Michael continue to spread love in your world?
Mm. Michael continues to be a motivation for me to really do whatever it is I love to do, and and focus more on my own spiritual journey and less on that of other people.
That's awesome. Yeah. Was there anything else that you would like to say or talk about in regards to Michael?
That's all. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Svea, for being on the podcast.
Bye.
This is so much fun. It's all for love, everyone. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.